So you want to buy a Cessna 182. The Cessna 182 is a lot like the Cessna 172. It looks almost identical from a distance, except it's a little more muscular, a little taller, a little better looking. The 172 probably did the 182's homework in high school. Overall, the 182 is a great performing airplane. It doesn't necessarily excel in any one department, but it does everything pretty good. Primary competitor for the 182 is the Cherokee 235. It doesn't carry quite as much as the 235, but it does burn less fuel and has larger tanks, which gives it a lot better range. They've been making 182 since 1956. If you find one for sale from back then, you could probably get it pretty cheap. But overall, these planes hold their value very well. If you find one for less than $100,000, it's probably got some issues. They still make them today, and a brand new one will cost over $500,000. There's always somebody looking to buy a 182, so values tend to stay put or increase if it's well maintained. Here's something interesting. This is what Cessna's panels looked like in 1956 when the 182 was first released. If you bought a 182 today, you'd get a panel that looks like this. Operating costs of the 182 are quite reasonable considering the performance. Insurance is not major. You can buy or rent the smallest hangar you can find. If you can't fit your 182 in a hangar, it's not a hangar, it's a shed. The annuals are quite low as well. There pretty well isn't a shop in the world that hasn't got experience working on 182s. This plane burns around 13 gallons an hour for $65. There's been a few different engines in the 182 over the years, from Continental 0420 to Lycoming 0540. Overhauls of this types of engines are between $35,000 and $40,000, and the TBOs are mostly around $2,000, some as high as $2,200. Owners report very minimal unscheduled maintenance, often going from annual to annual with no issues at all. $10 an hour is pretty average for a plane of this type. Once you add it all together, you'll see the cost to operate is very reasonable. If you're shopping for your first or second airplane, you've probably already looked at 182s. Once you get it home, it doesn't cost that much to use, but you are definitely going to have to pay a premium to acquire one. In any case, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next.